talking about? I mentioned that in approval files. There you can load approval lookup tables. So, once you create that lookup table, instead of going, if you want to modify that lookup table, instead of going to the approval process flow where you need to create a new version and upload the file so that it will replace this, instead of that, you can also do under management also. When you go to the Manage Core Administration, if we have access to Customization Manager, this is the one I have highlighted, and Approval Process Lookup Tables. When you click on, then it will tell you what are all the approval files used in your system. For example, Commodity Approver. This is the file. I want to use it. So you download to the client and upload to the server. You just click on that one, it will give you the file to download. Once you modify your changes, you click on Upload Server directly. You can able to upload that file. Then you don't need to go and do that. Changes in your approval process flow. The advantage of doing here is it's a very faster way. The disadvantage of doing this way will be, you will not have a control like who has done this activity and someone has made a correction. All your approval process will go in problem. Suppose, if you follow only one method of managing your template, it's highly recommended you go to the approval process flow, edit the change and re-upload the approval process lookup file. There is also one more thing, same approval flow can be used in multiple places also. Maybe in a different node. For example, you're having company code and the relevant manager. That file may be used in some other approval node, maybe in requisition or request or somewhere also. Make sure if you're editing this node, then automatically that relevant lookup files in other areas will be getting affected. So maintain different approval node, if possible. Maintain different approval lookup file so that when you're correcting it that will be changing only to that particular requisite. Sorry, particular type of approval document only. Let's go to the Rebus bin, and yesterday someone was asking regarding a non-PO invoice. How do we do that? So you can click on Create Invoice. So here you see this. This is again an interview question and also a sub-ticket question also. How many types of invoices you are having? You have to say 3 types. PO based. Once in the initial screen I click it Create Invoice. Automatically one number is assigned, invoice 836. That is what I'm going to do now. Now, when I select on PO based, I will be asked to select which PO. So I will be. If I know the PO number, I can go to the search mode and order ID. I will click on Search. All the relevant purchase orders will be visible here. Or I go to the supplier. Select the supplier. For example, let's select E.J. Test Vendor. Then I go here Search Mode. So it will show only the supplier. This thing. Anyway. So I select a supplier from contract, for example, then automatically the relevant supplier will be added. I will be entering the supplier's invoice number. Whatever the invoice number which is mentioned by the supplier, maybe invoice 2 of 2020 to 23. So what is the invoice date? Generally, invoice date is mentioned on the invoice. I will select invoice date. And invoice is created by myself and for myself only. If it is created for another department or user, you will be changing this on behalf. Purchasing unit. Company code, PO number. I think this is a duplicate. So whatever the PO number coming here, maybe I'll just copy this one and put this one also. Posting date. Posting date can be today. But again, this is a test field, 24. August 2023. (08-2023). This is ship from ship to remittances captured from the PO. Then line items. Actually, if the item is having a line item, it will show here, add catalog item. Since it is a contract-based invoice, which is allowing me to process invoice from a non-catalog item. Invoice 8-36. Save this request. I'll continue this request also. I'll go to the recent. Invoicing. So this is in composing status. I will open my document. Click on Edit. Now I change this PO to some other PO. Let's go here. Search. These are all contract and EP POs. We are not able to create any one PO. Let's select. This is 6,000. 1,000 was amount invoice, so there is a 5,000 available. Let's select this PO. Removing this one. Click on Done. I'm changing Dell laptop. Automatically all details are changed. Now I will also get the line item details. Now I go to here. For Dell laptop. I just want to receive only invoicing, only for one quantity, for $1,000, and I'm going to delete these two line items. Delete. Items. OK. So if you want to add additional terms, you are able to do that. If I'm good. So this is $1,000. There is no discount, there is no charge, there is no this thing. Once I click on Upload, Submit. View the status of your request. If there is any approval for design, then we are going to see invoice approval form. It is again gone to reconciliation status. That means invoice has been approved. Anyone is using this system, please log out. Again, I can search by going to the invoice. This is for practice purpose. I am showing you how you can search invoice date today. Click on Search. I think this month. I have selected invoice date as the 1st of August. This one. Click on that invoice number. OK, and so invoice is here. Invoice here. I will search for additional option. Invoice created date. Same choice. Let's create one more invoice quickly. OK. And now I want to create non-PO based invoice. Once I select non-PO, then it is removing me to enter POR contract. I'm going to select the supplier. A, B, C supplier. And I'm going to enter the invoice number, invoice 2. Invoice date, today date. We can enter supplier sales order or any additional information which you are having. Now it will allow to add any of these items. Non-catalog item. I'm going to say this is for some miscellaneous job. Enter the description. I'm going to say this is quick fix done on mission by technician. OK. This is what my description.